Hey, what's up? It's Figure Hunter. Today I am here to provide some initial thoughts on new Garmin Instinct 2 or 2 Solar. I am super blown away by this upgrade and change. I don't have a test device yet, but I plan to get one in the near future. But I just want to share why this is significant, especially if you're somebody that trains with CrossFit or high intensity interval training and keeps a high level of training rigor. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing for more. I have a lot of testing in the works and lots to come out on the Garmin Epics, the Fenix 7 and the Huawei GT3. So we're gonna just sort of bounce through a simple list of some of the increases or some of the changes, some of the new features, and then we're gonna end on the crescendo of the biggest features that apply to a rigorous training schedule, because none of these things were available on the original Instinct, and I'm going to try to bounce back and forth from that original Instinct offering. The first is just that there's two sizes, simple, 40 millimeter, 45 millimeters. There's a million different colors. There's a specialty one for, tactical training people as well as surfing people. It has Garmin Pay built into, I believe it's the Solar version. It's the only one that has Garmin Pay. It's one of the few extra features on the Solar version. It has a laundry list of sports profiles now. So the original Instinct came out, it was very muted list of all the sports profiles available. Now you actually have a replication of the entire Fenix 7 sports profile lineup, which is a significant change. You have multi-sport if you're doing triathlons. You have a mountain biking dedicated, which will show specific details to your mountain bike ride. You obviously, for those of us, we have the high intensity interval training sport profile. You can have Tabata, EMOM, things like that are built into it, the AMRAP. Golf Maps is built into it. Some of the features that are maybe not as significant for CrossFit or high intensity interval training, but you can fully configure the whole watch from the phone now. So it has that new technology, just like we saw on the 7 and the Epics. You have widget glances, obviously, and just to set the record straight, this is a much more condensed screen. It is a bulky watch. It does look like a G-Shock. And so you're not going to get big pretty screen when you go to look at widget glances, which is the simple summary of information you can bounce through. It connects to Connect IQ now, so you can download watch faces, you can upload third-party apps if they are synced with it. But what are the big features for training and for a training regimen? What are the big features for wellness? What are the big features for training? What are the big features for workout intensity tracking? That is what matters, because since the Instinct came out, I have thought for a large number of CrossFit trainees, this is probably the perfect build design. It will not be broken, and that's probably an overstatement, but it is like a G-Shock. You can bang it against a barbell or a rack. You can just swing your arms around, and it is not going to matter because this is built for high-level shock absorption. But on the original Instinct, let's talk about what was limited. It had Garmin's original sleep algorithms, which was not accurate for sleep tracking. It did not include body battery tracking, which includes the heart rate variability 24/7 that helps evaluate whether you're depleted or whether you're regenerating. It did not include any training specifics or details. It had a one-dimensional sensor, which didn't have pulse ox, I don't believe. It just had heart rate, and it was an older sensor, so missing pulse ox, older heart rate sensor, no training aspects. And we'll talk about that, what that is in a second. And no quality sleep analytics and no body battery. So basically, you had this perfectly designed watch for CrossFit or a rigorous workout, but it was completely stripped of any of the features and benefit that would help a CrossFit training regimen. So with that, what is new on this is all of the above. It is not just like they added one or two features. The one the one thing I would always have wanted on the Instinct is simply make it possible to have advanced training features. That is your training load over time. So you can see your volume over time. If you're picking up pace or falling behind, the impact or the exertion evaluation for each individual workout, not on the original Instinct, for aerobic training effect and anaerobic training effect to be able to evaluate what impact cardiovascularly and physically the workout had on your development over time, and then recovery score, or recovery time. So how long from that hard workout, based on the rigor of the workout and your previous training experience, how long should you wait for the next really rigorous workout, and the recovery time based on a culmination of the level of rigor of that workout coupled with the quality of sleep that you got and the body battery metrics. So all of those things, which had only been available on the higher end, on the Forerunner series and the Phoenix series, is now on the Instinct 2. And that is a big. These features are not on the Vivo Active 4. They are not on the original Venue. They're not on the Venue 2. They're not on a multiple of their sort of specialty watches like the Vivo Move or the Lily, or none of those training features are on any of those watches. So you had to look to the Garmin Forerunner 245 for the cheapest version with training analytics, or all the way up the Forerunner lineup, all the way up the Phoenix lineup, to be able to have access to these training aspects. And now you have all of the training aspects, but wait, there's more. You actually have the new Elevate 4.0 heart rate sensor, which obviously adds pulse ox to the mix, but it also adds a much higher level degree of accuracy from the optical heart rate sensor, in addition to the fact that this watch can always connect to a chest strap or an armband or an Ant Plus signal. So take the training stuff and then say, wait, what about the wellness stuff? And now you have all of the wellness aspects. So you have the body battery, which has been out on multiple of watches since the release of the Instinct, but you have the body battery, you have all of the sleep analytics. So you have this first beat driven sleep analysis to see what stages of sleep you're in, and it's not rated like medically as the best of what you could find out there, but I'm finding, and I will say this because many people say, well, this reviewer shows that analytically compared to a sleep study, I'm finding that the sleep score is absolutely on point with how I'm feeling physiologically more often than any other device I've tested. It will continually give me an F score. I will get in the 30s and 40s and feel like I'm in the 30s and 40s. I will get in the 50s, 60s, I will get in the 70s, 80s and feel like I'm in the 70s and 80s. So it will have it's got a very tough sleep score system, and it is all built into the new Instinct 2. None of those things were in the Instinct 1. So you have the wellness of the heart rate variability all the time, all the sleep analytics, and then you have the training wellness aspects of your recovery time going up if you got a bad night's sleep and your heart rate variability is off for the day. So all of these things are now in this watch. But wait, there's more. So the other aspect of it, and this is not a big aspect to me because I really prefer a nice screen that is visually brilliant. Many people disagree, or many people have their own preference, whatever. But the other thing that's big about it is that out of the box, the non-solar, which only is going to miss out on the feature of Garmin Pay, ability to swipe your wrist, out of the box is 28 days for smartwatch mode. And if you're a CrossFit trainer and you're not really probably going to use GPS that much, and you're only using pulse ox to track it over your sleep at night, it might break it down to 25 days or 22 days, but you're not using the GPS higher level expenditure. And so you're talking 4 weeks of battery life. And then it adds the new solar capabilities. And Garmin has renovated their solar. They made the processor more efficient, the battery more efficient, and the screen and solar panels built into the watch more efficient. So they are now saying that basic smartwatch mode, with all the full features of the smartwatch, not dumbing it down to a just simple time and date use, it's getting unlimited battery life. Unlimited battery life. Now that is predicated on the fact you're outside for 3 hours a day and you're getting medium sun coverage. But unlimited battery life, I bet you're going to get in the 50s to 60s if you're out on a general basis. I bet you're going to push out into like a 2-month range. Now there are other watches that have reached out to that point, but don't have all of the high quality analytics when it comes to wellness, when it comes to sleep, and when it comes to training. Speaking specifically to Coros, because it has the training, but it doesn't have the wellness and sleep not built out yet. So all of that had to be said. All of that had to be put out there. This is just a single shot. I'm not doing edits. I'm just going to put it out there because this is a significant thing. Because now, as somebody doing CrossFit, you can get a watch that is fully durable, fully capable on the durability side, and now is in a reasonable price point, $350 to $450. Just buy the $350. You don't have to go unlimited. You don't have to go. You can charge your watch every 28 days. Just, but $350 to $450 that has all of the higher end training analytics, sleep analytics, and wellness analytics with the new heart rate sensor that is far more accurate. But again, you should still always connect to a Bluetooth chest strap or an armband if you're doing a CrossFit workout. So with that is my thoughts, my initial review of the Garmin Instinct 2 or Instinct 2 Solar. It's the Fit Gear Hunter. Thanks so much for watching.